company is called Wedding Break, and it allows couples to break on their wedding costs and meet their wedding budget. My name is Arbi, and I'm a developer. So what happened when I got married, I spent about $70,000 on my wedding, and I said, wow, there must be a way to save on a wedding and simplify the process, because it's so stressful to actually plan a wedding. I went through the whole wedding process with my wife, and it was really stressful. So I said, there has to be a way to automate this process. So in the US alone, there's like $60 billion market spent per year in US. And 2.3 million couples marry every year. Average wedding costs about $30,000, and bride and groom pay about 50% of that cost. Actually, lately they're paying 60%. I don't know why it's like that, but so in my target market, 1,500 weddings occur every year around the 29 to 31 age group. So our mission, our vision is to help newly engaged couples find wedding vendors that meet their budget using artificial intelligence. So basically, they would get like they would put their budget, and then they would get a list of vendors that meet their budget, and they can select from which vendors they want, and kind of form like a plan, kind of like a budgeting plan. They would add it to the calendar, and then form like a package, and then they could just book that package. So our solution is basically it's an automated planning and budgeting system, connect customers directly to the vendors, provide alternate choices to meet their budget, and provide like a wealth of DIY resources and fully automated and budgeting planning system. So we got some competitors in our space. Zola is a biggest one right now, actually being advertised on TV.
Go ahead.
Oh. And they're kind of they were actually a registry system, like a wedding registry. Now they're getting into this budgeting and planning. I don't know how they found out, but mine is a little different. Mine kind of forms a package, and you can book it without even talking to any vendors, and then it puts it on the calendar. So we got Wedding Spot, Venueist, Loverly. There's many other websites. Some of them go create like a budgeting plan for you when you enter something. So my plan of execution is basically to have form like an AI team and a wedding planning founder, like a wedding planner that I'm talking to right now. So she might be the founder, and have like an app store in about 8 months, like a fully functioning app in the app store. Right now we already have a website. So revenue model 24.
Hey, Angelo, you want to go first?
Sure. I've been in the wedding business for 30 years, so I understand this market very well. And my startup is a wedding-based startup called Simply I Do. So I understand this very well. You're going after the brides and the grooms.
Yeah.
And the couples looking for that, and there are a lot of resources, like some that I didn't see up there, like Wedding Wire and The Knot and all of these other places that have budgeting tools, that have all these tools for the couples to plan and budget. I think as a vendor for that long, it's I don't think couples just shop on price alone, so that you just go out there and search and you find the lowest budget vendor, and then you just add them to a cart and you're going to build a package. I really have a problem with that business model. I don't think it's going to happen that way.
Right.
So that's just not the way it works, because you'll end up with a trash wedding.
Yeah.
Because if you'll get anybody, you can have some high school kids say, I'm a DJ for $300, and that's the low price vendor, and he shows up and he's like 16. It's like, I've never done a wedding, but it's $300. That's really not what you're looking at. You get one shot at. You spend 70 grand. So I would sort of look at the business model would be my first suggestion. Doing a consumer-facing app is very expensive. So there's a lot of marketing involved, especially if you're gonna try to compete with Zola and these other places that they have tens of millions of dollars that have been invested in those.
Yeah, I know,
those
it's like
companies.
50 million just out of this.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So you're competing against, and to market to the end user is very, very expensive. So I would just think about those things. really like hone in on your plan, your business model, and your target market. I noticed that you said there's only 1,500.
In the 29 to 31.
Right, that's not very many.
Yeah, it's not that.
So,
many.
I mean, so depending on what and I'm looking at your pricing plan here, you know, for most of these, for the consumer and the end user, I know in this market, everything's free out there.
Yeah, but this is more for the business, for advertising.
So why would someone averagely get found? Is that what
Yeah.
I see? Okay. So anyway, I'd say definitely look at that, look at the competitive sites and see what they're doing, and really think it needs a little work to hone in the business model, but
Alright.
job will work.
Thank you.
Are you programming it? Are you you're the developer?
Yeah.
So, cause I would like to see then what you're developing and what it's gonna look like. When you actually described how it worked, you didn't even have a slide for it, and you kind of said, there's budgeting and this and that, but I didn't see anything,
Oh,
and
okay.
so I was really lost.
Yeah, where does the AI come into it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I was-
yeah. Alright.
Yeah, sort of
so
wondering.
maybe just have a plan kind of show
Yeah,
like the
especially if you're the guy who's doing it,
Alright.
you should be able to explain
Yeah.
it, you know?
Okay.
That's my only
Alright.
addition to.
What have you done on the name? Remember we talked
Yeah, I
about.
actually looked up a name and I couldn't find one, and
See, we
I
were
mean,
talking about wedding
I
break.
did.
So
Oh, yeah,
it seems
break
like
isn't
it's
a good word.
Yeah.
a site to go to break up.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I actually came up with the name badly, but the thing is that it's not available. It's a premium domain, so I'm trying to see how much it is to buy.
Oh yeah, get ready to pay.
Did you do your trademark search too? Have you guys done your naming class yet? That one's fun, huh?
No, we haven't had that yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh,
No.
good luck, everyone.
This was the naming class last week, Brant, yeah.
Oh, good.
But we haven't done the legal part yet.
Okay.
And then on some of the slides you had just too much
Okay.
information. And I guess, are you nervous when you're speaking?
I guess.
Cause you don't seem very believable, like you're
Oh.
like talking about somebody else's project.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I don't know how,
Just probably take some more practice.
yeah, probably.
I haven't practiced as much as
Oh, okay.
Practice is key.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.